everyone, myself Professor Sagar Choksi from LJ Institutes of Engineering and Technology. So in last session we have started a new concept that related to sensor and actuator, and we have already completed out different types of sensor and different types of actuator. So in today's session we are going to discuss a new chapter that related to vehicle powertrain and motion control. So basically it is a combination of two words. First one that is vehicle powertrain and second one that is motion control. So in vehicle powertrain, we will focus two or three different parameters, just like electronic stability control, and second one that is adaptive power steering. And in motion control, we need to focus a safety system, right? Let's say anti-lock braking system. So in vehicle powertrain and motion control, we will focus a different terminology, right? Which refers to all technology that influence longitudinal, lateral, and vehicle dynamics. So let's focus on different parameters. So move forward to next slide. So first one that is vehicle powertrain and motion control. In this particular chapter, we need to focus 5 parameters. First one that is electronic transmission control. Second one that is stability control. Third one that is adaptive power steering, which is very important in every phase. Fourth one that is adaptive cruise control system. And last one that is traction control and electronic stability. So in this particular chapter we need to focus these 5 parameters. So let's talk on that. Move forward to next slide. So first one that is electronic traction control, or we can say electronic transmission control, right? So basically what is electronic transmission control? It's just like an automotive control system. As here I have attached one definition. Transmission control unit in bracket TCU, also known as a transmission control module or gearbox control unit, which is one kind of automatic ECU, right? So when you talk about automatic, so you need to focus a sensor, right? So automatic transmission generally uses this sensor from the vehicle as well as data provided by the ECU to calculate how and when to change the gear, because ultimately if we are using sensor, so ultimately we need to provide some data to increase the speed or decrease the speed. So we need to provide the sensor to calculate how and when to change the gear in the vehicle for optimum performance. So this is what the concept of electronic transmission control. So move forward to next slide. So next one that is electronic stability control. Electronic stability control, also known as ESC, which help to prevent a driver from losing the control of his or her vehicle when braking sharply or making a sudden cross, right? So this is for the electronic stability control. So ESC technology automatically activates the brake to help steer the vehicle in the right direction. So this is what electronic stability control. It is not a part. ESC, which is one kind of technology which automatically activate the brake to help steer the vehicle in the right direction. So this is what the concept of electronic stability control. So move forward to next slide. So here by the use of electronic stability control, what will happen? So here we can see in green line with the ESC, or we can say with electronic stability control, and without ESC we can see the red line, right? So there are 4 or 5 different parameters, as we all know that desired force, braking force, third one that is compensating moment, and fourth one that is understeering. So this is what the difference between with ESC and without ESC, right? So move forward to next slide. Concept that is adaptive power steering. So as we all know that power steering, what is power steering? Which is related to mechanical device equipped on a motor vehicle that help driver steer the vehicle by augmenting the steering effort needed to turn the steering wheel, making it easier for the vehicle to turn the higher speed or lower speed. So this is what adaptive power steering. So right now we are using 2 types of adaptive power steering. First one, or we can say that right now we are using 2 types of actuator. First one that is hydraulic actuator, and second one that is electronic actuator. By the use of fluid, as we all know that in last session we have already discussed out. As we all know that with the help of fluid we can talk about hydraulic, and with the help of power we can talk about the electronic actuator. So hydraulic or electronic actuator add controlled energy by the to the steering mechanism, so the driver can provide less effort turn the steering wheel. So this is what the concept of adaptive power steering. We are using two different types of actuator. First one that is hydraulic and second one that is electric, right? So to reduce the speed or to increase the speed or the physical effort necessary to turn the wheel when a vehicle is stopped or moving slowly. So third one that is power steering can also be engineered to provide some artificial feedback of force acting on the steering wheel. So this is what the concept of adaptive power steering. Power steering, which is related to one kind of mechanical device, as we all know that. So here in adaptive power steering, as we all know that there are many parameters which we need to focus out. First one that is ECU, we all know that. Second one that is torque sensor, which generates the torque. Third one that is reducing mechanism. Next one that is clutch, voltage, current, motor, and rack and pinion mechanism. These all are the spare parts which we are using in adaptive power steering. So move forward to next slide. So next one that is adaptive cruise control system. So what is adaptive cruise control system? That is adaptive cruise control system. So basically, as we all know that there are two types of safety system. First one that is active safety and second one that is passive safety, right? So adaptive cruise control system we are considered in active safety, right? So active safety system that automatically control the acceleration and braking of a vehicle. Second one that is it is activated through a button on the steering wheel and cancelled by driver's braking and another button. Third one that is it helping the driver keep a steady vehicle speed at a given moment. And last one that is adaptive cruise control does not provide full autonomy. The system only provides some help to the driver but does not drive the car by itself. So this is what the concept of ACC. So move forward to next slide. So here I have attached one image that related to adaptive cruise control system. So there are mainly 3 or 4 parameters which we need to focus on. First one that is speed reference. Second one that is control over that. Third one that is fault estimation observer, and last one that is range sensor. So in whole parameter there is one odometer which you can see in image. What the different spare parts which we are using in adaptive cruise control. So move forward to next slide. We have attached the another image that related to adaptive cruise control system. So basically there are three different spare parts. First one that is upper level controller, second one that is lower level controller, and third one that is vehicle model. So in left side you can find out radar, camera, GPS, which is related to position speed. So in upper control level or upper level controller there are two different parameters: position, risk model, and optimizer. Second one which generate the desired longitudinal force. Second one that is lower level controller which related to optimal torque vectoring and anti-slip controller, and last one that is vehicle model. So this is what the adaptive cruise control system. Basically adaptive cruise control system which related to active safety system that automatically control the acceleration and braking. So this is what the concept of ACC. That is anti-lock braking system. So basically it is a safety anti-skid braking system used in aircraft and on land vehicles such as car, bus, right? Second one that is it prevents the wheel from the locking up during the braking, thereby maintaining tractive contact with the road surface. Third one that is it allow the driver to maintain more control over the vehicle. This is very important because it include a central electronic control unit, 4-wheel speed sensor, and at least 2 types of hydraulic valve. So this is what the concept of ABS, anti-lock braking system, which related to safety anti-skid braking system used on aircraft and land vehicle such as bus, truck, and two-wheeler. Right. So move forward to next slide. So here I have attached one image that related to anti-lock braking system. So there is one speed sensor at the rear part. You can find out there is one speed sensor. At front part you can find out speed sensor. So basically anti-lock braking system which is anti-skid braking system used on aircraft and on land vehicle. So this is what the concept of ABS. Right. So move forward to next slide. Last concept that related to importance of anti-lock braking system. So anti-lock braking system which is one kind of safety system. it allows the driver to maintain directional stability and control over steering during braking. The first and important advantage, that is, it allows the driver to maintain direction, stability and control over steering during braking. So that is, it increases the safety purpose, or it increases the safety, and which is very effective. Third one, that is, it automatically changes the brake fluid pressure at each wheel to maintain optimal brake performance, which increase the vehicle performance also. Last one, that is ABS, or we can say that anti-lock braking system absorb the unwanted turbulence, shock waves, and modulate the pulse, thus permitting the wheel to continue turning under maximum braking pressure. So this is what the anti-lock braking system concept. Ultimately, it increases the safety, and which is very effective. It automatically changes the brake fluid pressure. So this is what the concept of anti-lock braking system. So thank you so much. In this particular session, we have completed vehicle motion control, or vehicle powertrain and motion control. So thank you so much.